Hi everybody, Marketing 441, and want to talk to you today about week 9. So we are just about at the end, and this is the week where you are going to submit your written marketing plan. So it's a very simple week because there's not much else going on. You're just working on that marketing plan, but it's a pretty major undertaking. It will challenge you. So let's talk about what you're going to do this week. So you have 9 learning outcomes. These are all accomplished through that marketing plan report that you're going to write. You can see these in here. These are in the week 9 folder. So again, these are your outcomes, things that you're going to learn, and you will learn a lot. It'll be a challenging for you, but afterwards you will have really gained a lot of these outcomes. So, and then there are no readings, so no more of the chapter, and there's no discussion this week either. So those parts that you've been spending time on, you won't have to this week, which will allow you to focus on your one assignment this week, which is that marketing plan report. So what you need to do first is you need to look carefully at the outline of that plan that is in the week 9 folder. And that's going to show you a little bit more detail, the sections that need to go in there. I'm going to go through the sections right now, but that outline is going to have more detail. So first look at that, and if you cover everything on that outline to the best of your ability, you will do all right. You will pass, you will get a good grade if you cover everything on there. That's not going to be enough if you want an A, you're going to have to do a good job on those sections, but that's the key thing. Look at that outline, cover everything. So I'm going to go through this here, and then at the end I'm going to show you some of the resources I'm going to make available to help you on this plan. So I'm going to include a cover page, then an executive summary, that's about a half-page summary of your whole plan. You write that at the end. Then what they're calling the executive situation, I typically call this the situation analysis. That's kind of, that's kind of that first section you did actually. Here's the company, here's how things stand now. Um, then the target market, which you already know because you also had to tell me that in that first section. So those two, you've already got that. You're just going to kind of rework those into the executive situation and the target market section. Then your objectives and your strategies. So objectives are the very specific measurable things that you want to accomplish. So remember your objectives, they need to have a number, something that can be measured. They need to have a date by which you're going to accomplish them. To increase sales by 10% by December 31st, 2018, or to attract 100,000 Facebook fans by June 30th, 2018. Measurable data attached. So, and I typically I try not to have more than 3 objectives in a marketing plan, 3 to 5, certainly no more than 5. The fewer the objectives you have, the more chance that you're going to have of actually accomplishing those. So your objectives, and then briefly for each one of those, what strategies. So my objective is to obtain 100,000 Facebook fans. Then briefly, I would say strategies to do this will include online marketing and sales promotion, that kind of thing. So your objectives and your strategies. Then now this is going to be the main part. This is going to be kind of the heart of the plan, which is the marketing position and mix strategy. So this is where you go through your marketing mix, which you already know what that is. So this is where you tell me about your product, your distribution, your price, your promotion. Remember, promotion here includes advertising, public relations, sales promotion, online marketing, direct marketing, personal selling, all that stuff. You don't have to. Please don't tell me that you're going to use all those. That'd probably be too much. But tell me which elements of the promotional mix you're going to use in here, and then research what kind of marketing research would be necessary, and then coordination with other departments. So would you have to coordinate, what would you have to coordinate with the sales department or with the accounting department or the IT department, that sort of thing. Okay, so that's probably going to be half your plan, is this page here, your marketing mix strategy. Then you are going to include a sales forecast and a budget. So the things you're going to do, how much, what kind of sales are they going to produce, and then what's your budget to carry it out. So, and I'm not looking for a tiny detail level of, each ad will cost this much, but I do want a general budget of, if you're going to do an advertising campaign, roughly how much do you think it's going to cost? And you can use ranges there. There are all kinds of resources on the web. Because this is your final marketing course, you're going to be expected to go out and find that yourself. But if you've really looked to try to find budget numbers and you haven't come up with anything, you're really struggling, you can contact me and I will help you. So your sales forecast and your budget, and then your implementation plan. So how are you going to carry this out? So are you going to, who's going to do what? How long is it going to take? So, this is kind of where you do a calendar, week 1, week 2, week 7, that sort of thing. What's going to happen by these different weeks? And then who in the company is going to be responsible for different things? And if you're hiring outside agencies, what are they going to be responsible for? You've done implementation plans, well, you did one kind of briefly in that case study in this course, and I know you've done them in other courses. And then the last thing is just a summary of your main points, and then a list of your sources. Now, I know you know this about sources, but we want to cite our sources in the body of our paper using APA format. So that's, usually last name, year, that kind of thing. And then you're going to list all your sources at the end in APA format. If you're not sure how to do that, I would do the Purdue OWL website. If you just do a Google search for Purdue OWL APA, that has the basics. I'm not super stickler for the fine points of APA formatting, but Davenport does expect you to use the basics of citing your sources in the body of the paper and then listing them at the end. So that's going to be an expectation. So that's what you'll do this week. The outline gives you roughly how many pages each section should be. I wouldn't go much over that. Just the longer is not going to be better necessarily. The key here is just, are you specific? Are you covering everything? Are you, showing that you understand what these different things are? Citing sources to explain, that kind of thing. I know you can do this. You've all done marketing plans in other courses, and you've been working on this all term. So what we're going to do to help you is I am going to have virtual office hours twice this week, where I'll be there on Collaborate, and I'll post an announcement about how to find it. And I'll just be there waiting, and if you want to come in and talk to me using Collaborate, we can. That'll be great. If nobody comes during those times, then I'm going to record a little video, kind of with a few more details about this marketing plan, and then I'll post a link and you can watch that. So we'll do this at least twice this week, virtual office hours. It'd be like Monday 7 to 8, Wednesday 7 to 8, that kind of thing. And you could go in and we could talk. You could watch the presentation that I'm going to record, and then obviously you can contact me with questions. I would first want to make sure that you had read the outline, and then contact me with questions you have. Okay, well, this is it. This is your big week. We do have one more week after this, but that's kind of wrapping up. This is your major project here, and you can get to work. And if you do have questions, please contact me. I know you can do this. This is the last big marketing project you'll work on here at Davenport. I know you're all going to do really well. Thanks.